Survivors of abuse gathered outside the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops' General Assembly.
The priest who abused me told me I'd go to hell if I ever told anyone.
Frankly, these activists, who've long demanded the Catholic Church release all the names of abusive clergy to law enforcement, had viewed this week's scheduled vote on an independent commission to investigate abuse allegations and a code of conduct for U.S. bishops as a promising first step at most. Now there was anger that even that had been forbidden by the Vatican.
At the insistence of the Holy See, we will not be voting on the 2 action items in our documentation regarding the abuse crisis.
But church leaders argue that the postponement of the vote is a sign of the Vatican's commitment to change. Pope Francis is convening a meeting in February, they argue, to discuss global reform and doesn't want to limit his options with a vote in the US now. The Conference of Catholic Bishops declined our request for an interview. Activists are skeptical, though remain hopeful that sustained pressure from congregants will lead to meaningful change.
We will definitely hold them to that. We will be watching and we will be as vigilant as ever. And by we, I mean certainly all the American Catholics who are hoping that there would be actual decisions and action taken here. Or they will run out of Catholics to go to churches.
It's exactly 16 years since the 2002 Bishops' General Assembly adopted measures they said would put an end to abuse by priests. However, delegates exempted themselves, bishops, from new oversight and transparency.
We must move forward. We must put an end to this.
That was the former Archbishop of Washington, D.C., congratulating those gathered then on their action. He stepped down as a cardinal this year, following allegations that he sexually abused both children and seminarians over decades with the knowledge of the church hierarchy. Just one of the many abuse scandals the Catholic Church has faced in 2018. Now those calling for change will have to wait until next year to see if the Vatican is finally committed to legal and not just divine accountability. Shihab Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Baltimore.